I'm Shez.
And I'm Cal.
Together we are She Can.
And this is Spill the Prosecco.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's so good. I'm sorry if we're a bit clunky in the microphone. We've put some ice in our Prosecco.
We have.
Because again, we're in Bali, so it's hot. We do. I just want to honour the cute sparkly cards you did this time. I love them. Very fancy.
The fact that I remembered in all of the packing to bring stuff for the
I am
potty.
just going to hold pause. I was off living my best life in Europe and you were doing everything in the lead up to this. So thank you.
You're welcome.
That was a lot of work, as in, the behind the scenes and mine's like a pimple on a pumpkin to what Cal does. So making podcasts scheduled, making snippet posts that can give tasters before the podcast, and then every question that comes up in the lead up to a retreat, Cal was dealing with all of it for two groups and also the resort. So you're a fucking champion.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
Well, let's dive into episode 2, season 3. We're going to talk a little bit about the behind the scenes of, I guess, retreats.
Our world
and what it is to do what we do. When we sat down yesterday after the retreat had finished, I said to Shez, well, this is a first because now we need to get our head in the game to record an entire season of Spill the Prosecco. And that's something we've never done before. But there was also so much that we wanted to start on for 2027, Kin.
I know.
For Recharge next week. And so I think what's super important for people to understand is that we do make running retreats look very easy.
Yeah. Everyone's like, well, you just had a holiday.
I wish.
Oh, yeah.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
No.
We absolutely love what we do. And people are like, oh my gosh, like, lucky you get to, that's your work. And I 100% equally say, I'm very grateful that we had the courage to start She Can in the beginning, to relaunch and reimagine and create the retreats that we run, but there is no luck involved. Before we left to come to Bali for Kin and Recharge this year, we had already sent an email to the beautiful Jen at S Resorts to lock in dates for 2027.
Yeah. It never stops. So we're always one step ahead. And we also had a conversation on the plane of where we want this to go.
We did.
So that happened as well. So so that's that. We've got the resort, we've got the dates, we've got 27 dates. We'll talk about the content later when we get there, when we're in it. But also, I think we should also do this with She Can. That's what it feels like to be a fly on the wall around us.
Yes. And there is something to be said that for Shez and I to be out of our normal working environments, and we both work from home, and obviously we don't now live in the same location, that when we get to change up our environment, when we get to be traveling and we get to be together, there is 0 point of us saying, let's just enjoy the sparkling on the plane and watch a movie. Like, there's no point.
It's wasted time.
Because we also get so much joy and satisfaction and get so excited about what is it that we can create next? What is it that, we want to do?
I'm feeling this is where we should be doing, or what we should be doing, or
Yeah, and I guess, if we talk about the conversation that happened on the plane, there was a realization that I had come to after watching and listening and editing season 2 of Spill the Prosecco is that this is where I want to spend my time.
Yeah.
I see a physical change in me watching that podcast to, the things that I do on my own. And the penny sort of dropped when we were talking about the relaunch and the events that we now do and the retreats that we're running.
Yeah.
And I said to Shez, but I think we've reimagined it to a point where that was one evolution and I feel like there's another one coming.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And it is that service-based presenting in front of a room, seeing a gap in the market or seeing a need for women and wanting to provide. I think, and we absolutely get it out of our retreats, 100%. But we always want that little bit more.
I think there is such transformation that happens at our retreats, but we always want our retreats to be intentionally small.
Yep.
Like Recharge is 10 women. I know that we've said that multiple times. Kin is only 6 mother-daughter spots, so 12 guests. And we don't, and I don't believe, never say never. I'm always like, you can also fucking change your mind.
Yeah, you should.
However, I don't see that changing.
No.
We don't want to be the big tour bus of people. Like, we want to have a direct and really strong connection with our clients and our guests that come on retreat. But we also know that not everyone has the ability to come to a retreat.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to reach more people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so it's that transformation that happens that we saw it in a 3-hour workshop.
Absolutely.
We saw it in 2 days. It's like, how can we then reimagine from there?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, amazing.
And so, when we look at what is it really like to run a retreat and what happens behind closed doors, we alluded to it in episode 1, but we do go back to the room every night and we do just check in and what conversations did you have and, is...
Yeah. What conversations did you have with the clients? What's the general feel? How do we feel about this? We'll unpack the day. This went well. Did this feel like we had too much time here? Should we have had more time here? And again, even if you change it for the next time, depending on the room and the clients that you have, you'll constantly be in a juggle. So everything has a plan, but nothing always goes to plan because you're constantly moving things around for the benefit of the attendees that you have at your retreat. Some are absolute up earlies, go-getters, fired up, ready to go. Some you can already tell want the downtime, want the sleep-ins, and you have to accommodate for that.
And we are having conversations with our attendees in the lead up to retreat as well, because it's important that we understand that when they arrive, what have they been navigating in the lead up? And of course, women, they're often doing all of the things before they leave. They're often deep cleaning the house. They're making sure that there's
food in the
fridge, that everyone knows the schedule if they've got children. If they own businesses, is everything set up, ready to go whilst they're away? There'll be some that will need to, log in and do a little bit of work. So then, not to mention all of the other things that might be happening with family, children, health.
Yeah. And what they also may have to navigate, what's going on at home while they're there too. And, for mums that are listening, we've all had that phone call. Well, you're on holiday. Yep. And you're still navigating everything else at the same time.
Yeah. So we need to be aware of what that's going to look like for them when they land so that we can ensure that they've got the support and the space to feel heard if they want to share.
Yeah.
And if that's with a cocktail floating around in the pool, fantastic.
Great.
Yeah.
We're also really big on, and I guess we love food. Like we are
Big
foodies. So we love food experience and we love trying new things. And we're learning so quickly. You have to be so mindful of your group. So, we may pick a food experience and we can't wait to take everybody, and it may not suit the group you have. Some groups will be like, this was the best thing we ever did. Other groups are like, not really me, which then knowing if you have similar experiences for that week booked, you have to pivot because it's not going to land. And
very true.
So we are constantly having to reimagine things to make sure everyone was going to enjoy the experiences.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so this is all happening in real time.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're constantly being there, observing, listening, taking on board. Okay, note that, might need to discuss with Shez, we need to change that. But at the same time, being present and having fun and, it's a real juggle. And as we said in episode 1, to then be a mum in that as well.
Yeah.
It literally was a juggle.
Yeah. Even, at our resort, there is the most incredible yogi. Her name is Winnie. They have multiple, but we really love Winnie. She's fab. And we, next week, I've been saying next week, it's tomorrow. When our recharge clients, we actually, every year we've made it a compulsory that you have to do it. And, so many of these attendees have been here multiple times and they know if they're into it or not. So this is the first year we ever gave them the option if they want to or not. And it's a 50-50 split. So, even just the awareness in that choice is a good thing too. Sometimes in retreats, it's more work for us because then while some are doing that, we need to make sure that the others are looked after. But sometimes choice is really good too.
Yeah. And even I guess when we look at kin and the decisions that we made on the run, like daily, was like, okay, today's felt like quite full.
Yeah.
Let's not do a group breakfast tomorrow morning. Let's do breakfast on their own accord. So it's then letting them know tomorrow you do you.
We don't start till X. So if you're an early and you want to work out or if you want to go for a walk, go do that. And then, have brekkie, or if you want to sleep in and have brekkie literally on the death knock right before we're out the door, that's cool too.
Yeah. And so as we said, we wouldn't have it any other way. And I do believe it is absolutely part of our genius. And for us, it's just about ensuring that every person that attends our retreat just leaves thinking that was absolutely mind-blowing good. And that is the feedback we often get. But then we can't help ourselves. And this happened yesterday after kin finished, is like, let's think about kin 2027.
Yep.
And I think the reason we do that is because we are in the energy of it.
Yeah, for sure.
We've got the feedback. We know kind of what we would shift and change and move. And, if we're getting an indication that the women might return, we're like, okay, well, we need fresh activities. We need new things to do.
Yeah.
And so because of the incredible feedback that we got, we actually went back to the room last night. I got the computer out.
Yep.
And we have actually created a optional add-on for kin next year, which Shez came up with the name and I absolutely adore it. And that is Satulagi. And Satulagi in Bali means just one more.
Yeah, and I think, we were sitting there with Jen in reception yesterday saying goodbye. It was actually to my girls. They were flying out. And I said to Jen, no one ever walks out of here like on leaving day with a big happy smile on their face. Like everybody's sad. It really is. It's so sad to leave. And you do think, oh, God, I just love one more day. Now, we use Satulagi as we'll have just one more glass of Prosecco or just one more bintang. But I just feel like that's exactly how you feel if I could have just one more. So we're making it an optional extra to have an extended experience, not just an extended day, an extended experience, an extended time for connection, an extended beautiful meal together, a bit of fun and a bit more.
And the reason behind having it as an optional extra is also because kin starts on the Sunday night and it ends on the Friday morning. And so we're also very mindful that for the ones that need leave from work, to leave on the Friday and get home late Friday or early Saturday morning is perfect timing, in that they've just had 1 week's leave and they'll have a day to ground themselves and recoup once they get back from travel day, etc. And so that felt good to us.
Yeah.
Not extending it as this is what kin is now. It's like, this is kin, and if you would like to choose to stay, then you can have the Satulagi add-on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I love it.
I'm excited because it also helps, and we don't know if it's going to be a thing or not. We don't know if people are going to love it. We believe they will, but it also then gives us permission to massage out and stretch out and give gap if people want to go off site and do other extra add-ons that we can absolutely share with them.
So we sat there and I
typed
away. We got it up on our website. Kin is officially open. It could be sold out by the time this podcast episode goes live. I'm not exactly sure.
You'll see it on our socials.
Yeah, and it felt really good.
Yeah, it did.
And what's included in Satulagi as an optional add-on directly came from us listening to what the attendees were choosing to do in between their downtime. And so it's live on our website, we can tell you. It includes a full extra day and obviously a night. It includes a Japanese head spa, because that was something that I think at least half, if not more, went off and had and said it was absolutely incredible.
I think just even to experience the spa itself is beautiful from what we've seen.
Yes. Yeah. What else does it include?
We're going to go out for another fine dining experience. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, the
perfume.
Yes.
And we're going to do a perfume workshop where you and your daughter, or you and your mum, have an opportunity just to create a signature scent that will remind you of your experience in Bali, which I'm really excited about.
Because what we know is that when we did the jewelry making this year, that was a beautiful experience for mother-daughter to do. Some made exactly the same and had matching. Others chose to do their own. But the beautiful thing about the jewelry is that on the inside you can actually stamp. And so mine has kin 26, and I think most people chose to do that as a keepsake. So and I guess we share that because it's a little bit of insight to how we work and how we absolutely squeeze every minute out of every day when we're together from a business perspective.
Yeah.
And so that it's always creating the greatest experience we can for our attendees.
Yeah. They did actually share that the perfume workshop people also, you can create incense. And so for those people that, really want to just ground back into that time in Bali at kin, it would be, doing the housework, getting the house clean and set up, and then lighting one of your kin incenses.
Oh,
and then
that's cool.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that sounds like me too. I'd like to do that.
Yes.
Yeah. So
so that's that's a little bit of behind the scenes, and I guess
it's never off.
A day in a life of running retreats, and I guess how we choose to run retreats.
Yeah.
And making the most out of the time that we have together, and I think that creative energy that comes from being away.
Yeah. There's some funny stuff too. Like we got to go and have a massage yesterday, and she was a spicy massage, I'm not going to lie. But, Kel said at one point, "Oh, I'm thinking about the podcast." So, I mean, you get an hour to go and have a relaxing massage, and your head doesn't turn off. Yes, the massage was beautiful, spicy but beautiful. But again, it just doesn't. It just
Well, I
doesn't
mean,
stop.
we were getting ready this morning, and because we'd written, well, not that we write the podcast, you clearly would know that by listening to us, but because we knew what we wanted to talk about, we got up this morning.
It would be boring as batshit if we didn't do that.
Yes,
by the way.
And we'd be like, so tomorrow, it's like you're going to record season 3 of the podcast, but you're going to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, and we actually had to say that's a tomorrow problem because we just needed to get our head in the game.
Yeah. So yeah.
Anyway, that's what it's like.
That's what it's like.
It's never off.
And if you've ever got questions about retreats,
we love sharing them.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't believe everyone could work like this. That, like, I know for a lot of people the agenda's the agenda or the schedule's the schedule and there's no bend. It just doesn't. It doesn't work like that for us.
And I will say we have 1000% hit the jackpot.
Oh my God,
in Jen and Rich at S Resorts, because we have a private chat with Jen on WhatsApp.
That poor lady, it just dings all day.
So she comes and sees us. We just get the the finer details of the schedule, and then we'll be like, actually no, we're not going to do group breakfast tomorrow. And then it'll be like, actually, we'll pre-order dinner and yep, great. And there is never
nothing's ever too hard.
Nothing's too hard. There's never an issue.
Staff are the best. Yeah.
They love us.
We love them.
We do. All right. We're going to do a road test.
Oh, okay.
So
we had this idea. Well, you actually had this idea. It was clever.
I was like, let's buy things that pop into your algorithm.
Yeah. So what the internet's screaming at you to purchase.
And we'll give it a road test, and then we'll share whether or not we think it's full of shit or if it's good or whatever. And it's been we probably need to put a little bit more energy into that, and maybe season 4 we'll do a little bit more of it. But one thing that I did buy was lymphatic drainage gloves.
Mm-hmm. As in, like, you rub on yourself.
Yeah. So I think the brand, and this clearly is not sponsored, so I don't tag something like, I don't know what you would do, but anyway, I'm pretty sure it's Chelsea Jean.
Okay.
And she created these gloves. Now, one side is spiky.
Yep.
And then the other side has rolly magnets.
Oh, yep.
And she has like a Facebook group, and there's videos that you watch, and there's like a lymphatic drainage cream. And anyway, so I got the gloves and the cream.
Okay.
And so you use the spiky side, and there's a process. So it's like, you've got to go underarms first.
Yeah.
And then you do arms, and you're always going towards your heart.
Yeah.
And then you do your stomach clockwise, your groins, then your legs. She's pretty spicy though.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty like
the what was that mat called?
Yep, bit like that. Like, it's pretty like, whee!
Yeah.
And I would think if your skin was quite
mine.
No, like fine.
Yep.
Like, I'd approach with caution.
Oh,
I don't think look, it's not razor blades. You're not going to tear your skin open.
I'll send a photo of me bleeding. Cal, I tried it.
And so you do that first, and then you have a shower, and then you get out, and then you put the
How aggressive are we talking?
You don't want to aggressive.
Okay.
It's quite spiky, but that opens the
I have this vision. I'm so sorry. I'm interrupting. I have this vision of that time we exfoliated in Thailand.
Oh God, no. Well, you're not going to use coarse ass sand from the beach like we did in Thailand.
What the hell? It was a quick
you had
story.
like bruises.
You had
like
welts.
Yeah.
I'm clearly a fake tanner. I'm not a tanner like Kel gets to turn this shit around in 24 hours in Bali. I had a heap of just, when you've done the week and your tan's mank and it needs to be scrubbed off. Well, yeah, you use an exfoliating mitt in a shower. But no, I had this fabulous just day down on the beach and thought I'll just rub the sand, just like, we'll get it off. It'll be perfect. Well, the sand was
Note to self, it's not fine Australian sand.
It's harsh coral, and my legs were welted, like watery pussy welts on my fucking legs. And I had to put leggings over it to get to that's when you wore activewear to the airport. And I had like these pussy welts on my legs. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
And I was like, had to do antihistamine and
Hilarious.
it was bad. But so sorry. Back to your lymphatic drainage.
So, yeah, so you do the spiky side and that opens up the lymph. And, like, don't come at me if I'm saying this wrong. This is my memory, understanding of my interpretation. And then you shower and then you put the lymphatic cream on. You don't necessarily have to.
Okay.
And then you do the rolly side. But same process, like here and then roll your arms and down and stomach. And I really like the magnets.
Yeah.
And what I've now, like, because I'm in the Facebook group, not that I contribute, I just see every now and again, you know how good I am on Facebook. Some people use the spiky side in the shower.
Right.
And I like that a bit better because if your skin's a bit dry, it feels like a real scratchy.
Yeah.
So in the water.
Yeah.
And then I get out and I will say, like, I wouldn't say I've noticed a huge shift, but I definitely think I've depuffed.
Okay. How often?
Daily.
Fuck.
Yeah.
How long does the process take?
Like the spiky side is like 2 minutes.
Okay.
And you get out, put the moisturiser on, and then I do another. I think the whole process, again, don't quote me, is like 5 minutes.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the magnets you can actually use over your clothes.
Okay.
So if you wanted to do it again, like if you'd been sitting and you felt a bit sluggish.
Okay.
But I do believe, like, clearly I don't have cankles and I don't have big wrists, but I believe that people that have really poor circulation, it does wonders.
I had cankles when I got off the plane from Europe.
Yeah.
Like,
We
the worst.
I mean, that's a lot of flying.
I shouldn't laugh, but it was, I walked a bit and we actually wore compression socks, but like I was putting tan on and I was like, they're not my ankles.
Where'd I pick these up from?
I actually said to Joe, they're not my legs. I said, I know I'm having a good time. They're not my legs. And he looked and he was like, I don't know what the right answer here is. Like, he was like, anything I say now is going to be bad.
I was going to say, you don't say anything.
And he didn't.
Yeah.
He just looked out the window. Oh,
So,
nice view.
I would say worthwhile. And I mean, also
Okay, that's great.
the lymph drainage benefit. I mean,
yeah,
we've got a beautiful client going off to have one here today in Bali.
Yeah, amazing.
But yeah, I would say it's definitely less puffy.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, listener spill.
Okay, which one are we going to do?
Well, you're on a roll. One
Okay.
of our clients asked, why did you move to the Goldie?
Yes, we did get that question.
Well, I mean, I'm fucking heartbroken. But anyway, it's your story.
So, it's no...
In all seriousness.
It's no secret that we always wanted to, like, move up north and give it
Coast.
a go.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think there's also no secret in that the shit show of when the world went mad and COVID and all of the absolute garbage around that.
Yeah.
And living in Victoria, it was definitely an element of, I want to get out of Victoria.
Yeah.
There was also an element of the world can change literally overnight.
100%.
And much of it you have no control over.
Yeah.
So what you can control, why the fuck would you not go and do that? If
Yeah.
there's something you want to do, Stop waiting
Perfect.
around and do it. So it wasn't necessarily like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to live on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
It was, I'd love to live in Queensland and see what it was like, obviously, for the weather. And it just so happened that Squidgy had business partners on the Gold Coast at the time.
Yeah.
And so it made sense that if we were going to move, that we would go there.
Yeah.
And it's nearly 5 years.
And you don't regret it. You don't miss it. No.
I don't miss Victoria at all.
As a state to live in.
As a state to live in. I would never move back there ever.
Yeah.
You couldn't pay me enough money to live there.
Like, I mean, I've shared this story multiple times. We literally only live across a bridge into New South Wales.
But it's
and it's a whole other set of rules. And Joey speaks to his mum and dad regularly, but you know, whenever I'm with him and we're both talking to his mum and dad, he's like, get out of Victoria.
Yeah.
Like we just.
And I think too, like now it's like the weather.
Of course.
Like I literally would not be able to live.
You feel cold now at 21.
Yeah, like Squidgy was like, I FaceTimed him by the pool. He's like, oh, stop it. And then he's like, it's cold and raining here. And I logged on to the weather app and I was like, it's 22.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and so really there's no other greater, deeper meaning. It wasn't necessarily the Gold Coast. It just happened that Squidgy had business partners there.
I think
we've also got really good friends there that used to live down in Nathalia.
Yeah.
So we knew that we would know people there.
I think there's some magic in if you've got the ability to do it, you can always go back. Like if you've got there and you're like, hate it.
I shared that.
But I think it's a bit like you and you're wanting to live in Bali.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just like, yeah, you could always go home.
Yeah.
The people that if anyone was going to have commentary about, oh, you know, they couldn't make it work or whatever that might be, I'd be like, well, but you're the person that would never leave.
So exactly.
I'm never going to take.
You're not my people.
No. And if you don't like it, you go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So
but and it doesn't even need to be state to state. It can be, I've always had a big home and lots of property or, you know, but I wouldn't mind downsizing so I can have more time freedom and go
and it's very individual, right? Like we rent in Mermaid Waters. We're in the same house that we're in. You know, Squidgy would be keen to move just maybe closer to the beach or onto a canal or whatever. Yep. But I mean, we have a beautiful home.
Yeah.
I mean,
amazing location.
I have no interest in buying
there.
You know, it is one of the most expensive places in Australia to live. But I also know that I won't be in Australia, but I also know I wouldn't live in Bali full time either.
Yeah, so you'd have a dual split.
A dual split, but I don't know if it would be an equal split with Australia.
No. So it could be three-parter.
I mean, like if I'd buy in Italy.
Yeah.
Not been there, but I know I'd love it.
But that's what we kept saying.
Yeah.
While we were there, we were like, well, look at the old villas that,
Yeah. And so I think what I guess my message is, and I don't know the reasoning behind that question, just purely out of interest maybe, but I would say if there's something that you want to do or you're curious about, as long as you're clear on why you want to do that, like it doesn't need to make sense to anyone else.
No,
you've got to know why. And you can also change your mind.
I think if you're spending your time justifying it, then I think you're also trying to justify it to yourself. So just don't justify it. Just go there and do it and be like, because that's what we chose to do.
Yeah.
Full stop.
And like what I want will be very different to someone else.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah. I'm
not here to make you change your mind, but I'm very clear on what I don't want.
Yeah, I love it.
And so I think that if that could be the message, it's like get really clear on, and if it's challenging to know what you really want, get super clear on what you don't want.
Yeah. I think that's the best way to start sometimes.
Like reverse engineer.
100%.
You know, like I'm super clear on what I don't want, and then there's things that I'm curious about that I would like to try.
Yeah.
And if that's not it, I'd try something else. But
Love it.
I don't think what I am certain that I don't want will change.
Yep.
For the foreseeable future.
I love it.
It may in the future, as we say.
I love it.
Change your mind.
I love it too. It was actually really funny. Jen said to me at the resort, she said, you know, we're laughing and we're picking on the cold. But she said, as in Victoria, but she said, I'd come to your house because I know your house is equipped. I know, I bet you've got a fire.
That's right.
I bet you've got great heating. And she said, I'd actually come and do colder weather at your house over colder weather in the Gold Coast because I know I'm going there. I'm equipped for it.
Well, you're going there for an experience, right? It's like when we were saying about like maybe doing an event in Tassie, right?
Yeah.
I would never live in Tassie.
Nope.
But if I'm going to go to Tassie, I'd rather go there in June or July where it's going to be cold.
So you prepped for it.
Open fires. Still not going to drink red wine, just so you know. Tried.
Sorry, everyone.
But it's that. It's the experience.
Yeah.
But so I think that would be my message.
Amazing.
Okay, before we go, anything you want to share?
Oh. Well, actually, we considered getting a tattoo.
We did.
This trip, but because we haven't, like last time we knew instantly we wanted to get the logo. Yeah. Ruby actually suggested we get, as in all the girls, get 224, the numbers 224, today, tomorrow, forever. I really love that, but now I don't want to get it without them. So
yes, yeah. And Macy was like, "Can I get a tattoo?" And I was like, "No, you can get one next year. Then you're 18. Like, let's just." And then we did letters to the girls, and I had not planned this, but Macy just said, "That's my tattoo." There was a line in that I wrote to her, and she was like, "I'm getting your handwriting."
Yeah, and I put 224 on the bottom of Ruby's letter.
So I'm still a bit keen.
Yeah,
I'm still thinking maybe
something will pop up. I feel it.
Yeah, if something does pop into my awareness, we could definitely do it on the last day.
Yeah.
So amazing. Well, we're both out, so we're just going to have to say thanks for joining us on episode 2.
See you for episode 3.
Absolutely.
Have a great day, everyone. Bye.